Alright guys, well, I acquired a 351 Windsor out of an 85 Ford. Got the whole truck. Seen this in the engine bay, and I bought the truck and I'm into it. Yeah, basically made money on it so far. Anyways, it had World Products heads, so gonna revive this motor. Has ARP bolts and studs everywhere. I just realized there's a crack right there in that valve cover. That's interesting. Don't know why, but anyways, yeah, wine intake. It's clearly been rebuilt at some point. It's a 73 block, I do believe. D4 74. Anyway, brand new paint back here. Has crane cams or comp cam roller rockers. It's just a regular hydraulic flat tappet cam. I'll upgrade later to a roller cam, but I'm just getting it freshened up and then gonna put it in the 66. 66 has a new motor. It's an EFI motor, but this has more power. I'm just gonna freshen this up, throw it in, keep the that EFI motor for, I don't know, a Bronco. Buy a Bronco that has a bad motor or something. Throw that in it. So, by the way, I looked these heads up. They are a 180cc. I think 58cc combustion chambers. So, pretty cool. I'm going full serpentine setup. I'm basically swapping the serpentine setup that's on the 66 and putting it all on here. I got all the parts, so. Alright guys, well, this bolt is not wanting to back out. I don't want to break the threads. I usually work it back and forth, tighten it, loosen it, tighten it, loosen it. If you're watching this, just let me know what your experience is on it. I could drill a hole right here because I'm not using this timing cover, and it won't hurt the timing cover. You could reuse it. You can drill a hole and put PB blaster in there. I think that's the first thing I'm going to try, and then if not, then I'm going to grind the bolt head off and then get that timing cover out of there, and then work it back and forth that way. So anyways, set this back down and get the drill out. Alright, pretty much got it. It's loosening now. So that's the first time I tried that trick as far as drilling it and lubing that bolt. But I've always worked them back and forth. So yeah, I knew that worked. So. Yeah, she sat a little while, maybe over 10 years. Pretty nasty. Alright, so I got those studs out. So now, without even pulling the pan, it just slips right off. And then you continue on. So something I just found out is this port was completely clogged. I ran this motor for about 15 minutes, 20 minutes before. Check that out. It's completely clogged in that port. So these ports were freaking nasty too. Check that one out. God. This one too. So good thing I pull it all down. Looks like the valve seals lifted too, so I'll be doing new valve seals.